I saw today the Doctor of Credit has a targeted Etrade $250 checking bonus. Now this is with either checking account. Unfortunately, this is a targeted deal, so unless you've received the email from Morgan Stanley, you can't apply to this offer. And this offer only requires 2 direct deposits of $1,000 plus. Now, even if you don't qualify for the $250 bonus, you may still want to consider the Max-rate checking account because it's the highest paying FDIC insured account that has worldwide ATM refunds. It pays even more than Fidelity and the Schwab checking account. Okay, here's the direct offer on the Etrade website. Get $250 plus 3% APY on your checking. Just open a new checking account by December 15th and complete 2 direct deposits. Open a new checking account or Max-rate checking account. Make at least 2 qualifying deposits of $1,000 or more within 90 days. Receive a $250 bonus. Now this takes about 4 months apparently. I already have this account right here, the free checking. One thing that I quickly noticed that I wasn't aware of before is under ATM refunds, the Max-rate checking right here shows worldwide ATM refunds. So as far as I know, there's only 2 other companies that offer worldwide ATM refunds, and that's Schwab Checking and Fidelity Cash Management account. The regular checking account, which I have, only does nationwide ATM refunds. The one I have has no fees, no minimums. The Max-rate checking, unfortunately, it has a $5,000 average monthly balance. And I contacted customer support, and they actually mentioned that this isn't your brokerage account balance. This is the actual balance in the checking account. It has to average out monthly to $5,000 or more. Otherwise, there's a $15 a month fee. But despite this, the 3% APY is FDIC insured, which makes it the highest APY FDIC insured bank that has free ATM refunds worldwide. They did a comparison to other banks here. Now they didn't list Fidelity or Schwab here, but it's the highest for FDIC insurance. And under eligibility, it mentions right here, to take advantage of this offer, you must be the original recipient of the email. Also, you cannot have had a checking account with Etrade within the last 12 months. So this pretty much excludes me. Now the other options are Schwab. Now everyone loves Schwab because I think they were the original ones that started offering no fee worldwide ATM refunds. Unfortunately, the Schwab Bank Investor Checking account only pays 0.10% interest. The Schwab checking account only pays 0.10% APY. So it's not paying very much at all. So that's why I don't really like Schwab. This is one reason I don't like Schwab, is because they're not paying that much. So the next option for no ATM fees worldwide is Fidelity Cash Management account. Now the Fidelity Cash Management account has an FDIC insured deposit sweep program. It pays 2.35%. Now this I thought was the winner before because it's much higher than 0.10% that Schwab pays. However, the Etrade account pays 3%. So Etrade is even higher than this. But there is another option with Fidelity. You can switch the core position now to the Fidelity Government Money Market Fund, also known as SPAXX, SPAXX, and it pays 4.34% 7-day yield currently, and this is the current rate as of November 13th, 2024. So this is still a higher rate, but this one's not FDIC insured. So if you absolutely wanted FDIC insurance with the highest rate, Etrade is offering that right now. Now, even though the Etrade Max Cash checking account pays a higher interest rate for the FDIC insurance than both Fidelity and Schwab, that's not to say that Fidelity and Schwab are not competitive. The Fidelity Cash Management account has no account fees or minimums. You don't have to maintain a $5,000 balance. And so there's no fees associated with that. Likewise, the Schwab Bank Investor Checking account has no fees or minimums. So there's no monthly service fees. You don't have to maintain a $5,000 balance. So that's where both of these really come into play. And you get the global ATM fee reimbursement. I do have an E-Trade account. I've got a Roth IRA here, and I also have the checking account. This is what the interface looks like. So it's all integrated into one account. If you go to the banking tab here, you see summary, activity, and documents. This is basically the interface. So you see the balance. This one that I have is only paying 0.05% interest. It's the free version. But you've got an option here where you can transfer money. One thing that I really like about E-Trade is it's very quick to transfer money. So you could transfer money from one E-Trade account to an external account or vice versa. You can schedule this to do it every week, every 2 weeks, every month, or so on. And it links up well with Plaid. I haven't had any issues linking to E-Trade. I have had issues linking to a Fidelity brokerage account. Not so much the Fidelity Cash Management account, but with the regular brokerage account, sometimes it's difficult to link to with Plaid or with some of these other bank accounts. And the transfers are very fast. I would say same day for E-Trade. It's about the same speed as Fidelity. We also have bill pay. Okay, here's the E-Trade bill pay. I really like the E-Trade bill pay. It's very easy to use. And the thing that I like about it is all the companies, the local companies pop up really quickly as soon as you start clicking on stuff. So you can select, you can do bill pay through E-Trade. You also have the option to deposit a check via their mobile app, which is available on the App Store or Google Play. We also have a transaction section. And another thing that I noticed is that when I did a deposit from Fidelity, which you can see here, it shows up as direct deposit. So maybe if you're actually sending over a deposit, I'm just thinking maybe if you're sending over a transfer from Fidelity, it may count as a direct deposit, although officially it's not supposed to. Under statements and reports, you also have some options here. You've got some e-delivery options, and you can set up categories, which is kind of nice. So you can select categories for the various items that you spend, and then I think whenever you spend it again, it's going to say, gasoline for whichever gas stations you go to or whatever. Then you can select transactions by category, and if you've created a category, you'll be able to see all the transactions per category, such as all the gasoline purchases, the various dates, transactions by type, etc. Now, even though E-Trade has the highest FDIC insured rate for their max-rate checking account at 3% APY currently. Now, does that mean that I'm suggesting that this is the best one for just putting a huge amount of money, $10,000, $20,000 in this account, and then travel the world, going to ATM machines in places where credit cards are not widely used, for example, like the Philippines, and just traveling across the country, going to different ATM machines and withdrawing money as it's needed? I don't think that's probably the best idea, because the whole benefit of this type of account is for the ATM refunds worldwide. However, there's a risk associated with that. If somebody has $10,000 in their account and they go to 3 different ATMs while they're traveling, they don't know if the thing has a skimmer on it. They don't know the safety. They don't know if somebody's reading the card numbers as you put in the PIN number. So like if somebody's got $10,000 in there and then after you use the ATM and you walk away and then they create a fake card and they take out a bunch of money, then this is not going to be such a good thing. So you could change the ATM PIN number after you're done using it. That would probably solve some of that problem. However, I think there's a better option. I think probably the better option is to have a Fidelity brokerage account where you keep the majority of your money in a Fidelity brokerage account or another brokerage account or another bank account. As you need money for the ATM, if you're traveling and you need to take money out of the ATM, why not just transfer the money over to a cash management account? So the option that I think is much safer is to have a regular Fidelity brokerage account or another brokerage account or a checking account or savings account that has your money safely in place where it's not linked to a debit card or ATM. As you need the money, transfer the money over to the Fidelity Cash Management account. Sign up for the Fidelity Government Money Market Fund at 4.34% APY currently. So you get a super high yield. And if you're only taking out and only put in the amount of money that you want to take out. So if you need $500, put in $500, then go to the ATM, take it out. That way, if there actually is a card skimmer on the ATM that you use, you're not going to get wiped out. You're not going to get wiped out of $10,000 or see all kinds of withdrawals over a period of days. I think that's a much safer option, especially when you don't know the area, you don't know which ATMs are safe. That's probably what I would do. So what do you guys think? Would you put all of your money and have it linked to the debit card and travel worldwide and not change your PIN number and not worry about card scamming? Because that's something that concerns me. But maybe I'm being paranoid. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. Please feel free to like this video if you liked it. Check out my other videos. Have a good one.